Hey, good morning, you guys. Ooh, it's early and it is brisk out here. Let's see, it says 58 degrees. Oh, maybe it's about 61 by now, but I woke up to 58, which feels fantastic. And I'm going to take advantage. The next few days in the forecast are just going to be ridiculously nice and cold for garden work. And so anyhow, I made a list. As I went through the garden, I went ahead and list this and that. So I'm gonna just take you guys with me. I'm gonna do the chest cam, and my son got me that for Christmas. Isn't that cool? And that way I can have both my hands free. That's a lot of times just setting up the camera is kind of difficult. So I'm gonna put that on, and as I'm working through my list, I'm gonna bring you guys with me, and I'll just put labels below what I'm doing so you guys can follow along. Here's my list, okay?
Cut lettuce, cut Swiss chard, replace beans for the cauliflower, clean north garden weeds, finish south garden, check animal trap, which I did. We caught a possum this morning. Fix tomato cage, cattle panel, get tropical sage and food forest, cut aloe stalks, move logs to shade garden, check artichoke variety, sweep pathways, cut the cranberry hibiscus, water seedlings, check chicken water, I did that. Make pineapple video, cut Mexican sage, measure blackberry post, cut grape vines, clean between peppers, plant cucumber seeds, plant melons, take up the sweet peas, put down hardware cloth around coop, and clean up under the master bedroom window, plant geraniums, cut wire from the old coop, remove beautyberry rot, weed house garden, clean robin shed, move chicken feed over to robin shed, move, freeze back the jalapenos, burn pit, pick beans on the back porch, and driveway weeds I gotta get to.
Oh, did you get all that? Oh, it's more than a day, I'm sure, but it'll be fun. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get started right here and right now. There's more than this actually, but we'll just tackle section by section, okay? And we'll get through this together. Okay, you guys, that's it for today. That was about 6 hours worth of work, 5 maybe, because some of that sitting in the truck having to take the possum out to the woods. But anyhow, so here is I'm just calling it under the window, under the bay window section. I've got the stone loosened up. This is a project for the future, but I've just I tilled out. It's just nothing but sand. It's not really good nutritious soil. And I'll take my time in the future to place the stones and clean up the bed and put some compost or manure or something good in there. And then eventually I want to have my, I think my lavender geraniums, or if not my apple blossom geraniums, in here. I at least want to test a few of them in that plot. Then the other thing you saw me do was I put Captain Jack's Dead Man Brew to kill my weeds out here. Let's keep going. Let's go fast through this because it's already been such a long day for me. So let's see. Max Pack cucumbers. I don't know. I have a couple from the tray, but overall, everything that happened to the trays a couple weeks ago, I'm sorely disappointed with. So there was fertilizer from the other day when I put the cattle panels up, and then now so from like here to here are the Max Pack pickling cucumbers. I have the marketers right about in there, and then I have the Market Moors in here. And then I put in the Ford Hook zucchinis. There's just 3 of them. This one didn't have a good root system, so not going to hold my breath on that one. The melons are eventually going to go in this panel or this panel. I did pull the sweet peas for the most part off of this, and they're waiting in the porch for me to clean them. So that was a lot there. It's starting to look good again. I still have this side of the salsa garden that's a mess, and I did not touch anything in the house garden except for to put those tomato cattle panel, back onto the stake. That was very little. Listen to the hawks. Whew. Let's go run over here. There was a couple things. Now this I had to be careful because I can't injure my eyes anymore. Every time it's going to end up having me lose a little more vision if I strain my eyes. But if I'm not careful, I got nobody to blame but myself. But here is, I'm going to show you the before picture, and here is the after. Yeah, and this is the beautyberry root. Now this beautyberry root is only 2, maybe 3 years old. Look at the size of it. That's heavy. That's about 15 pounds, maybe more. Yeah, we'll say 15 to be fair. All the top was taken off and it started putting on new growth, and I said to my son, please help me get it out. There was also 2 little baby oaks that were actually coming off of this tree. They sent a root out and then 2 baby trees, so we cut those off. And there was a second beautyberry just starting over here, so we cleared out this whole area, and then in a future video we will put the prickly pear or nopales in this area. I did measure out both these posts for the blackberry and the posts across the way for the grapes, so I know how much cable I got to buy for that. What else? Oh, I didn't intend to trim back. It wasn't on my list. The Turk's Cap hibiscus, but it kept hitting my son in the face, so I did a little trim right there. Over here in the banana pit, I guess number 2, as far as when they arrived in life, I took this wood and stone from the chicken coop and moved them over to here. Just kind of because when I pull my hose out, it tends to want to drag over these plants, and so I would like to have something quite substantial and heavy in here for the hose to go around, and that's kind of what I did there a week or 2 ago. That's a little fig tree, and these are just shady flowers and the brand name bananas. All right, let's go to the front. Now North Garden is where I did a substantial amount of my morning work. I had weeds in these 2 rows, so this one's clear and ready to go with whatever I choose. And this one, the beans came out and waiting for me to pick, and then these are twister cauliflower that went in. I cleaned up around the Godzilla broccoli. I have a couple more Godzillas here. I just pulled out whatever was here. There was a little cilantro and then sweet potatoes, cleaned up around those. Our leaves are falling right now, as you can kind of see. I threw a lot of the weeds over into the walkway here, and so I'll probably just do that off camera. I was going to put it on camera. It's on my list. I'll just clean off this walkway and clean off all the walkways, really. This one too. This is my cabbage. I got a whole row of dead-on cabbage in there, different kales, my Salanova lettuces, and then I have my artichokes in here. This is Imperial Star, which is a 1-year artichoke, right? And I'm loving this, but I have been noticing, look what I'm noticing. Do you see? That's a different variety. And I have 2 of what looks like Imperial Star, and it looks like I have 3 of whatever the mystery one is. I don't know. Of course, I got to weed through here. That's also on my list eventually. So the ones growing really well seem to be the 1-year Imperial Star artichokes. And these are a little bit better designed for your warmer climates, which is why I have them. And then a day or two ago, I looked, and these were beautiful because I picked lettuce in here, and then they're all chewed up. And that's why I set the trap. And of course, something big came in, broke this, also broke my trumpet plant. So, and then of course, put a little cat food in the trap, and I ended up with a pretty good sized possum. I did pick lettuce this morning, and I picked Swiss chard just for breakfast, which I never had breakfast. And actually, I don't think I've really had lunch either. I had oatmeal. Okay, so I did have breakfast. Yeah. So that's it. And then on South Garden, again, these leaves mostly just showed up the past couple days. I started weeding the stuff closest to me where I could sit here, and I have not gotten in there and gotten this little part closest to the fence. But we're going to call it quits today. Oh, and I also trimmed the cranberry hibiscus and the butterfly pea, which had, you know, those things were quite tall. They were maybe 15 feet, 12 feet, whatever they were, and had broke last fall, and so they're all cleaned up. And the Empress of India nasturtiums are here. I don't see signs of the gladiolus yet, but soon. And trimmed these up a little bit, and that was it. I have filled my cans. Actually, the past couple days I've been filling the cans, and I just missed pickup, which is a shame. And then I think we're still leaving this blank until the trees get trimmed. So I got to get after Jack. He decided to take that project out of my hands and into his hands. And of course, now we're on the slow roll. But anyhow, so hopefully he'll get those trees done for me soon. I think we're waiting on one thing that might happen in early March. That may be reason why we're delaying a little bit. Okay, you guys, well, that was the majority of the list, and of course I didn't expect to get everything done today, but I feel like I made a big chunk of progress. And then once I get the bed ready for the geraniums, that'll be fantastic. My baby asparagus are doing great. A lot of, if you saw my community page, the rosemary's doing great, the snapdragons are doing great, the alternanthera, all have put on new growth. Let me show you over here. The Vitex is, it's hard to see in that bright sun, but all along these nodes got new growth. So I think we got something going. This is my dragon fruit, so I will need to build something for that eventually. The prickly pear is right over here. And look at that. Look at, these are brand new, just since maybe, was that early December when my friend Michelle brought these to me. Wow. So I'm very excited about that, and trying to get things off the grow table, but slowly but surely. This is some tropical sage, which I just picked up last night at a friend's yard. She had babies, so they're sitting in water. And these are going to go up there by the nasturtiums and gladiolus. So we'll have a little, solid red for the summer. going through there. As far, oh, there's a Socrates cucumber that I need to throw in that garden. I didn't catch that. I got the ones out of the other. I am highly disappointed with the germination rate. Now I know I used a lot of old seed, but I think this cheap soil, I got what I paid for, which was cheap germination, because these onions were not old. And I know we had up and down weather, but yeah, I'm highly disappointed. But the good news is it's only February 15th, and I have not missed my window to do spring and even, you know, some winter planting, early spring planting, you know, cool weather. This is where I fixed the cattle panel. This is gonna take me a long time in here, and I didn't want to get stuck in one project. I wanted to do a bunch. Look at this. I have pineapples coming. Isn't that amazing? Yep. I couldn't be happier about that. Oh, and I'm gonna put up some pictures for you. So I have nice large tomatoes, but I haven't been able to eat my large tomatoes because the songbirds are in here at night, almost every night, and they are gorging themselves on my tomatoes. Not good. There was a cluster of 3 somewhere over here, and they're completely gone. One was turning red, so I came out here to pick it, and the whole entire cluster of 3 is gone. So yes, they're doing that. Plus, it could be also a little bit that there's one. It could be that the rats are figuring out that I'm not feeding them anymore either. I don't know if you noticed. Oh, look at Buddy. What is he stalking? Oh, he thought something was around that stone. I took the fence away from the chicken coop and I put it in here around house garden. I think I mentioned that in the garden tour, but I've got to get all these weeds out of here. It's crazy weedy in here. But anyhow, I'll get to all these projects eventually. But today we're just gonna rejoice. And today it was great. I got a lot done. And you guys got to come along with me for that. So thank you for watching. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.